Hello everyone, Sam is here from myforexmagicwave.com. Okay, so I'm gonna make this video about pound yen pair for this week. Very nice setup, if I'm right. So let's get started. I'm gonna take a look at this chart here. This is pound yen. It's a 60 brick size. You know, these Renko candles that I use, they're not based on time. They are based on the size of the candle. And 60 pips, right? So the brick size I'm using here 60 pip. Usually I don't use them, but in this chart to do the analysis I'm using it because I want the whole chart, 5 waves, Elliott waves count in one screen, so I can show it to you, right? So this is how it is. Now take a look at this. This is like wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why is that? Where they come from? So you probably know from all this time that this is how the Elliott wave basic phenomena that I even teach in my webinars, right? It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then ABC correction comes after that. So look at this 1, 2, and then it has these Elliott wave counts has a specific calculation. 1 supposed to be this much, then wave 2 supposed to be this much, or wave 3 supposed to be 1.618, wave 4 38%, then wave 5, right? So on and so forth. And this is how they unfold usually. Let me show you. See, this is how wave 1, 2, and then wave 3, and then wave 4, and then wave 5. Okay, this is how, and then that's harmonic patterns within the Elliott waves, like 1 and 2. This is where you have Gertley bad, and and then so on and so forth. But regardless, this wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So look what's happening here. This is wave 1, this is wave 2, and then we have wave 3 around 1.618%, more than that. So if the pressure is too much, then that's extended wave 3. It's all happen all the time. And then the wave 4 usually is around 38%, as you can see in this chart that I just showed you. That see wave 4 flat correction, and usually wave 4 is 38% of wave 3. So if you notice that this, if you pull the fib from here to here, that is 38%, and we are posting like a double bottom at the numbers. Weekly low 4100 and monthly highs 4000 is right there underneath that. So if we can stay here above these numbers, right, and then very good chance that we go for wave 5 above this wave 3 high. That would be the next target. If you pull the fib from here to here, to 127 extension is coming right around 4968 weekly high. So if we can stay above this 4100, right, which is right there, and then 4150, and this is 44,000. So 4100, 4150, and start to go up, then we can easily go up here. Now, to do that, we need one of the two things or both. Either we need the pound strength or yen weakness, or both, right, at the same time. If both currencies get strong or both currency gets weaker at the same time, then this pair is not going to move. We need, like, let's say for example, pound strength and yen not doing anything or getting weaker will push it to the upside, right? Or here that's the only way, either or, right? So this is what the pound yen is doing, and that's what I wanted to show you. To be ready for that. But how are you going to trade this? How we're supposed to take a trade or make entry, right? So I'm going to go over with that in a little bit. But since we already established that, what do we need? We need pound strength or yen weakness, right? So there is another chart that is reinforcing the idea. Is where I made the chart on Friday, which is this. See, it's pound USD in a very nice harmonic pattern calculation here for a Gertley pattern, right? And this XA and then B is 61%. Then we are bouncing from 23% line. Usually we go back to 78% to finish up a Gertley pattern and then drop. So doing so, what do we need here? We need the same thing, pound strength or USD weakness. So now pound strength is the one that it is required in this pattern as well. and we were bouncing here from 30.47. So this is another very good setup for this week. Okay, and since it's a new year week and all that, so I'm gonna make this video public so everybody can get benefit out of it. So 30.47 is the bouncing pad, and if we can go to the upside, then we're gonna start to see. I said here we'll take the entry from 7-minute chart. So how is that? This is basically it's a 40-minute chart, but to take the entries, early entries from 7-minute chart, is this is how it goes. Let me show it to you. For example, I'm gonna show you here, and then the same will apply in everywhere, and pound yen as well. So let's go take a look at the pound USD chart, or even here, for example. Let's take a look at this 4100. Now we need a 7-minute entry here as well if we stay above 4100 and then go above 4150 and find some long entries, 7-minute and 20 minutes down the road, maybe a week or two, all the way to the upside, right? For example, from here, let's say it is almost December started from here, and then all the way top is December 13. So there's a couple of weeks from here to here. So that's what's going to happen here, the same time frame. From here to here, this distance, to cover this distance, probably a couple of weeks, right? So and obviously we will go in fashion, you know, like wave fashion, you know, wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. So let's go take a look at the 7-minute chart above 4100 and 4150. We draw those levels on pound yen and then see what happens. Okay, and how we're gonna do it. Now 4100 and 4150. So this is a 7-minute chart, 7 brick chart actually. So it's a 4100, right? Is this one. So we must stay above this. I'm just gonna, and then I'm gonna draw a 4150, which is already there, right there. Now if you look at this right now, what is the magic IB setup? Let me explain you a little bit. It has 4 conditions to be met, right? The very first condition is that for the long, this indicator need to be all the way in the bottom, coming out. For example, it comes here and then it's making a turn to the upside. That would be a long setup, right? If the second condition is there. Now what is the second condition? That this yellow line should be above this black line, the first one, the thin one, right? So here, for example, that wasn't the case, so it was not a long entry, right? And the same thing here. So we need now same thing here, right? Same thing here. For the long entry, what do we need? We need the first condition, just like this. The indicator should be all the way down, turning to the upside, but we need this yellow above the black, right? So we will wait for that. When the market opens up, we will wait for that. And what the price is going to do is the price will go up above this. See, this yellow is going above the black. Then the price will come down here, and then somewhere here, when the indicator is all the way down, it will start to go up and then post a reversal candle and couple of blue candles, and we open the trade. But this is the first condition, is this indicator is all the way down going to the upside, right? The second condition is yellow line is above the black. The third condition is that you must have higher low when you make a long. We cannot go long here, because if you see this here, this is not a higher low, this is not a higher low, this is a lower low, even though it was the second condition was not met also, right? So these are the lower lows, so these are a no-no for a long. This would be good because this is the last low here, and then it's indicators all the way down, but it's a higher low. Yeah, we can say that this was the long setup, which didn't play out because of Friday and all of that. So what is going to happen here is, let me show you in the past how it happened, and just like that, we will be waiting for that to happen again. For example, right here, see, we are below this, the yellow line is below the black, and it's right there making lower lows, right? All of a sudden it makes the higher low, but the indicator is this yellow line is below the black line, so it's a no, right? But that's not the case here. You see this? Now here things changed. The indicator is all the way down, coming out from the bottom. Now the yellow is above the black. Now we have a higher low compared to this and this, and then you have a reversal candle and few blue candles, and you open a trade here. You do the same thing here. You do the same thing here, 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 right here. This indicator is not all the way down, so leave that alone. But see, you can do it here because this higher low, all three conditions met, and then after that. But what happened here? If you open a trade here and you open put an SL here, it's probably gonna hit, or may hit, may not. But if you take this one, gone with the wind, right? Or this one, or this one, or this one, right? Or this one. See how many entries you need to start getting? That's the same thing. If I'm right in my current analysis, the same thing will happen here, and then we start to go to the upside. And we need for that, definitely we need for some kind of fundy to support or push the price, because price doesn't move without the fundy. Fundy is the culprit. We must have a fund is a catalyst that moves the market, right? Technicals is just telling you what's going to happen or what we look for from one point to another, and especially the daily range here. For example, pound yen is currently having a daily range, average 60-day range is 130, right? So if the day opens up here and then you find an entry around 30 pip already into the day, then, and if you have a good entry and then it's keep going to the upside, hold on to it for another 100 pip, because it will fulfill the most likely the daily range. You see the previous daily range was previous day range was 192 pip. So sometimes this pair move a lot. So at least the daily range, which is 130, you should not close before that, right? That's why you see me having big trades, and then everybody is like, how you hold it. This is how I hold this, because I know that daily range is this, and you can easily hold on to it. Now see pound, if I have it, pound USD here, I don't have it. For example, even on this chart you can see here the daily range. If I drop the indicator here, it will tell me that this is pound index. So what is the daily range? 16 pip, or so obviously these indexes doesn't move much, but yeah, so this is the daily range, helps a lot, and that's what we're gonna have here. Now similarly, if you look at this pound USD chart, see this one, right now we are just above 30.47. Now if I can just switch to that pound USD, and I'm gonna send these charts to my subscribers, obviously, let me see here. So this was the chart, and this is still intact there. I made this chart on the Friday, right? But Friday usually the volume dies out, and it's the first week of the new year. Volume was very thin. So but 30.47. So let's take a look at the 7-minute chart of pound USD. What pound USD is doing, the same thing as pound yen. Now 30.47, where the heck this 30.47 is, we're gonna find out, and we're gonna mark our number here, 30.47, right? So 30.47 here, so we must stay above 30.47, and the weekly chart is this. So it's a lot of numbers here. 30.47 is right here, right? And just above that, we have any 31, 32, so we have 32.66. So we can draw that 32.66. Maybe it is way to the upside. So let's see about like maybe around 31 something. Do we have any number around 31? And we can see maybe 29.56. No, that's lower. So 30.47. So we need a little bit above that. So what about these numbers? I forgot to write down. For example, here, what is the number here? That's 32. See, this is 31.76, and even this one is 31.74. This is 30.47, 30.47, right? So and this low here is, we can take this one. This is 30.49, right? So we mark these numbers there. For example, 30.49, where it will come. Okay, 30.47, 30.49. What am I doing here? same thing. It's almost the same thing, so forget about that. So we staying above that, and then the next number to the upside was, let me see if the monthly chart we have anything is 30. No, not monthly, maybe daily. Forget about daily. I don't have mark here. 30.47, 30. What is this number here? 31.74. It is way far, but hey, let's take a look where it is. Okay, oops. 31.74, right? 31.74. Okay, so way up there, right? So what does that mean? That if we have the next target to the upside is way up there, right? So the bottom line is that we should not be going below this. This is very important, right? And then you will have you will see the the price will roll above this red line, and then the yellow will go above the black, and then you start getting those setups according to our conditions. For example, we go back and then try to see if the pound USD did the same thing in the past, and we will see for example here, so we were short here, right? And then you see that how nicely it goes up there, hit the red line, then drop again, and then wobble around here in the slow time, no volume time, and all of a sudden the volume time, the news comes out or whatever, it popped to the upside, and then come down here, and then this is our perfect by the book setup created, and then here, and then here, and then here, right? So this one you can see that you can take this setup easily, or this one. Yellow is still above the black, and the indicators all the way down. So these are the things. This is what's gonna happen. Same thing. See, we are below the red line here. Then the action will go above the red line, and you will see these setups by the book, right? These are the ones that we need to get from here as well, right there. Okay, above 30.47, we stay there. So we're gonna roll over there, and then from here somewhere we're gonna start getting our entries. And then it will go all the way to where, for example, somewhere here, if I start getting our entries, maybe around 31.50. So let's see where we going. Target is 33.84, right? So maybe somewhere 31.50 you find an entry here, and then take this small trade all the way to the upside. It is just going up to drop back down big time, right? Maybe not, but we will see later. But this is right now what's cooking. So even if it's a small, what's a 100 pip trade? It's not a small, right? It's small, but not small again. It's not 200 pip trade, but it's more than 50-60 pip is a decent trade. So around 31.50 we should be getting an entry, and then from there you can easily go and travel 32.50 and 33.50. This is 33.84. We're hitting the target here. And that's where the Gertley will finish, and then maybe it takes 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, God knows how many days to get from there to there, and then after that, we will see what kind of funding we're gonna get, and then maybe this start dropping, and then when it will start dropping, what will happen? We're gonna see the reversal candle first on a 33-minute chart. This is the 40-minute chart, right? So a reversal candle, and then you start jumping, watching the 7-minute chart. And find the entry. For example, here, if you look at this here, are we pound USD? Yeah, okay. See, this is where the chart I made. This is the chart, right? So see this candle here. It finished. The reversal candle finished. The time was January 2nd, 1300 hour, right? So if we go and take a look at the USD, January 2nd, 1300 hour. Sorry, January 2nd, 1300 hour, right? It is right there. See, this is 1000 hour, and this is 1300 hour, right? And right after that, you have a very nice by the book entry, right? Here, then here, then here, then here, then here. So many entries again and again and again, right? So coming down from the top, from this, you have so many entries coming down in hundreds, more than 100 pip to make. Similarly, we have a reversal candle, and then 7-minute entries will show up if we are going to go to the upside. If, okay, a lot of times analysis is failed, right? And for that reason, this system save us from getting the wrong side or wrong entries. if I don't get a reversal candle, and then if the price doesn't go above the wave, and the yellow does not go above the black, I'm not gonna go long, right? Only if it goes there, then I'm gonna go long. It goes and then give me the setup, then I'm gonna take the long. And then taking that kind of setup after the confirmation is 90% of the time it is positive. 90% of the time you will be on the right side and you will go. Why? Because even if you are wrong, if you take the setup, it goes 15-20 pip definitely in your direction. So you can move your SL to break even, or maybe 5 pip risk kind of thing, right? 7-minute chart entry, proper entry requires 13 pip SL, and if you can make the entry, and then the price goes up 20 pip, you move your SL to maybe 4 or 5 pip risk, and if it comes back and hit, you lose what, 5 pip, no big deal, you can always recover that. And especially after something like, when the price is traveling like this, right? If you make an entry here, if you make an entry here, beautiful entries, by the book entries, and very hard to lose here in these entries. So this one. So this is how it is. So I'm giving you 2 trades right now in this video: pound USD to the upside for that girdler pattern, and then pound yen for the wave 5 in Elliott wave count, right? These are the studies that I teach in my webinars. Obviously, I'm repeating that because I'm going to be making this video public as well as I'm making this basically for my subscribers, so that they will be ready for these pounds and then watch the index as well. This is a pound index. Well, that's without the template, but yeah, we watch the index charts, USD index, pound index, all the individual currency indexes as well to do the analysis. But these are the 2 very good setups right now. If I'm right, and pound is going to get strong, probably that's what's going to happen. Pound USD will be going up, pound yen will be going up, and then I'm going to be maybe the rest of the day I'm going to be making pound Aussie, pound CAD, and pound Aussie charts as well, and give it to my subscribers. So if you're not a subscriber, if you want to learn the system, if you want to get a hold of this system and trade just like that, then go on my website and subscribe. And by the way, yes, the last week was very, very slow, but still I managed to do the few trades, not too many, but look, this is on the December 31st USD. The last video I made, I was showing that the USD weakness, right? And because of that, it's supposed to drop, and it did. So because of that, USD pairs, Euro USD went up. 31st December, pound USD went up. 31st December, Aussie USD went up. And on the left hand side, you can see my entry and SL move to break even. All of this is just like that, the same kind of analysis. I forgot to change the date here. This is the 2nd January 2020. Euro yen to the downside, and one more USD yen to the downside. Okay, so these are the few trades that I had last week, because it's like no volume, New Year, and Christmas time, after December 25th to around the New Year is almost dead, right? But still, market managed to move a little bit, and then I was able to pull a few trades. Yeah, but this is just pay attention to these pound USD and pound yen chart, which I just showed you. Elliott wave count for wave 5 going to the upside. Will be taking 7-minute entries, and then later on I'll show you my trades. All right, so this is it for now, and talk to you guys later.